speak. Tell me when.
Yep.
Okay. Right, here we are. We're the home of the Mighty S, and a lot of HMS Southland stuff is in this museum. So here I am in the Maritime Museum, Bluff. Okay, Bluff. So this is Bluff, and they've got a lot of. I'll just show you around the place, you know, because yeah, sort of brings back memories. And a bit of me, and I was 3 years on Southland, so it means a lot. It's right up the top of underneath my anchor, HMS Southland, and when I joined and everything, and that's my anchor, and you guys have seen it in photos or see me walking around, that's why the anchor's there. Navy is me, and I had a chance of joining the Army and the Navy at the same time, but because we travelled a bit, I joined the Navy, okay? So this is it. So, Mighty S, we're just going to walk around. This is a bit of what the warehouse sort of looked like, but I believe our one was a lot smaller than this. So we've got half full cock, and did a lot of steering in the warehouse, and that's, you know, every night I'd spend a shift in the warehouse, and we used to rotate around and go to port, starboard lookouts, and down the stern. Yeah. So we just got to walk around here. That boat, I'm not sure where it come off, but it come off something. But our boats were pretty primitive as well. Yeah. So walk down this little alleyway here. Yeah. And I'll put this thing back. Yeah. So we've got our whites, our summer whites over here, and port and starboard. This is basically what ours used to look like, or it might be ours. Yeah. So that's basically what they used to look like. We walk down here. We've got all the ranks here, so you've got signalman, but not enough sonar. I think there should be sonar, but I don't know if we've got a rank for sonar. We probably have. Yeah, but I was a one strike. That was 4 years service, and he's obviously a leading hand, which I wasn't. Yeah. That's the Mighty S. That's the model of the Mighty S. So that was our ship, and before it used to be called Ditto, and I've got pictures of that. When it was in the English Navy, so that was part of the English Navy. And walking down further, also got pictures, some of the pictures that I remember, and some of the things, because I was probably on the ship when these were around. Probably most of these photos I was probably on the ship. This is it says Hong Kong. Yeah, we used to light it up. We used to have cocktail parties on the back of the ship, and we used to light it all up. Yeah. A couple of interesting stories about this one. I got told just before I joined the Navy that we were doing exercise with the Yanks, and there was one of our ships there. It wasn't the Southland, but we got right up next door. We went right through the whole lot, right through all the naval ships and everything, and we turned all the lights on the ship, and our radars were so old the Americans couldn't pick it up. We were right upside the aircraft carrier, which, you know, New Zealand Navy is quite smart and cunning, and we were right up the side of it. We went right through the thing, so none of the ships could pick us up because our radars were quite old, and then we looked like a sailing ship basically. Yeah, so that was just another little story. Southland, which is a Leander class frigate. Yeah, and I think it was in service for, I think it was about 20 years old or something around that when we got it, and that's about it. And over here I'll put this back here because that's where it belongs. We've got the plotting table and another radar station. It sort of looks like a sonar, but it doesn't say anything. But it was a very similar screen. We used to have this sort of similar screen, and we used to have discipline. And if we mucked up and we said, you know, it was a light going out there, and we picked up a submarine, and if we did something wrong, we used to get a slap on the neck. And there was a lot of discipline in the Navy back when I was in there. So it's Southland. It's sort of up like this. Yeah. So that possibly is sonar. I just can't quite remember it. Okay. And we'll come back onto this. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ready again? Mm-hmm. Right. So here we've got a neat little boat. Fishing boat, is it? Fishing boat, I think, or sort of tug. Yeah. So part of them for cargo anyway. Built in 1969, which is 1 year after I was born. Yeah. Okay, then down here we've got pictures of submarines, and we spend a lot of time with submarines and working with submarines. I spent a week on a submarine, and yeah, didn't like jumping in and out of the beds because we used to jump in and out of the beds, same bed. But because we were sonarmen, we actually went on those on the submarines, just so we can get experience of being sewn in them. This here, so this is quite important to HMS Southland, and is an Ikara missile. So this Ikara missile, this missile here, I think from memory they're about $1 million or somewhere around that. I think, you know, I can't really remember, but they're $1 million, so they held a torpedo in them. And the torpedo was there. I think, I only ever remember firing one the whole time I was on Southland for 3 years. So these we used to have a sonar table and would plot where the contact was. We'd fire these off, and then it'd splash in the water, this lift up, the torpedo would drop out, and then it would go around and just go around in the ocean like that until it found the target, and hopefully it destroyed the target. And that's what the Ikara missile was. And I believe we only fired one of these, I think, from memory. Yeah, one. I'm pretty sure one, but cool to see it. And yeah, that was a major part of Southland. We actually went into Hong Kong one time, and they had a picture of the Southland with us to buy this picture. So it was a hand-painted picture of the Southland. It had HMS Southland on it, and it actually had the 4 or 5 guns on the top of the ship at Southland. And they went back and they said, "Oh shit, we've mucked up here. We've got to go back and repaint out the ship's turret and put the Ikara missile in." So that was another story from us visiting Hong Kong, and we had a bit of fun in Hong Kong. Yeah, we actually raided the whole town in Hong Kong, and the police come and there was arrested about 40 or 50 of us, you know, one time in Hong Kong. So we just took over the whole street in Hong Kong, you know, 500 sailors taking over the streets. Yeah, so so that's another story of thing. So over here we've got penguins and sailing ships and everything. You know, your mouldy artifacts. Oh no, they're probably just no, they're all British artifacts in here. Yeah. And,
Go.
yeah. Okay, now we're over on the other side of the museum, and here we've got a bed that probably World War II sort of era, so around the Leander times. They possibly were in these things. I'm not sure. I haven't been on the Leander or Hercules, but they possibly had beds like this, maybe 2 down, 3. Yeah, so that's that thing. And we've got the diver over here. At a guess, he's probably around 100 years old. Would he be roughly around that? Yeah, give or take a bit. So that's what his old diving uniform's very cool, and 100% original. Yeah, made in London, like a lot of things were made in London. Here we've got the buoys, different sorts of, you know, naval artifacts, going from 1924 right through.
Shipwrecks.
Shipwrecky sort of stuff. I've got shipwreck stuff at home, so just shipwreck stuff, and I like shipwreck stuff. This is sort of a clock that I've got at home, and that's around about 100, but just before World War I. That sort of ship's clock, so it's a ship's clock. Mine goes really, really well. It keeps really, really good time, and even today it's a really, really good clock. It's a different make to that, but almost the same, just a little bit bigger. These things, which are, you know, your compasses, which is around 1899, they say, and I would sort of agree with them by the way it looks. Yeah, these things are quite cool. I've seen a lot of these in collection rooms, so they're just, you know, the glass floats. Yeah, I've had them before. I've sold them before. Yeah.
So signal light.
You can cut that all out if you want.
Yeah. That's okay.
So I'll leave it up to you to edit it, okay?
Yep.
And I just send a link to you or something, somehow do it.
Yeah, well,
and you just go with the flow, you know?
Yeah. That's all good. I got it.
Yep, ready?
Yep.
Right, this is right, we're just over on the other corner of the place. This is a signal light, World War II, and we used to signal between different things. It used to have a flasher, and it used to have an adjuster through here. Just carry on looking around. So you've got to come down here and see it for yourself to believe it. Old boat, bit of a Wales, just walking around more. But you guys have got to come down here to Bluff and have a look yourself. This we've got another Navy uniform. Most of them all sailors' hats. We should have a talk about them trying to shave the head so we can get this on his head, because it just looks a bit wrong to me. Yeah, you can cut it down or do something with it, or we'll try to find another mannequin or something for it. If I find one, I might bring one down here. Yeah. Okay, these are the Sea Cat missiles. So we've got the cover for the Sea Cat missiles. We had 4 Sea Cats, no, 8 Sea Cats. We had 2 missile carriers and Sea Cats, and they were just done by a radar. You know, one of the gunners up in the room. This is the cover for them, so we had the covers on all the time. We had a practice Sea Cat on there, and this one's a practice one, and this is Sea Cat. I've actually held them, they're a bit of weight to them, but I've bought them and sold these before, a couple of them. Yeah. Down here we've got a couple of torpedoes, HMNZS Southland again. We've got the Illustrious over there, and I've got a picture of me standing on there with one of the Shorty guys. I just can't think of him. Yeah, I think he was Shorty, yeah, or something. What was his name? No, I can't think. Okay, so I've got a picture of me there next to Illustrious. I've got this actual photo at home there. So got Otago, probably Taranaki there. We actually used to jump off there, but they weren't there. So that's that bit. Right, ready? Okay. Land wars, naval cannon. Really lovely. They used to take these ashore sometimes, so they actually used to cart them ashore. This pounder is a 12 pounder, 12 pound cannonball, so it's quite a bit of weight, which is 12 pound. They used to have them as a solid shot and a ball shot. They used to fire these a lot at Māori Pars, so that's why they used to take them off the ship, take them ashore, and use them at Māori Pars sites. Very cool, and it looks period to me, and it is a period because they say it's period, and it looks period. Very cool naval ship gun. We used to have open it onto there. Yeah. This is what it is. I'm sort of doing this off the blind, and I'm just driving around, walking around. So you got Sea Scouts here, maritime uniform here, various items. Get my shirt if you want any of my shirts. They're about $50 each. Yeah, so that's my shirt on the back. Yeah, it's a logo of me. I've got a few different shirts and hats and stuff. Yeah, back out here, they've also represented a soldier, New Zealand Rifles, and he was so he's 3, so he probably served he has served the Gallipoli, because we've got this Gallipoli there, and the 2 permanent staff, Ferns, so he's a permanent staff, so he must have been training people. Yeah, nice group of medals. A soldier that went to Gallipoli, and that's probably his service record over here, which I sell those as well. And that's basically, doesn't matter. Yeah, that's natural. Okay, we're just wrapping it up now. If you ever want to come down to Gore, visit the Maritime Museum.
Ready, go.
Okay, we're just finishing off this video. I've come down to Bluff, and being the Southland, it's quite, I can feel a bit of the history and the stuff, and it's just good memories, and bloody good memories from the Navy, because I did 7 years in it. So I'm going to give this hat to the museum. It's a bit salty, and you guys all know what salty is. So, it's probably about 1990s. HMS Wellington, F1, F69, and we served along them. Southland used to serve along them. So that is there, the museums. This hat, I didn't see officer's hat in it. This is a nice officer's hat. It's got a name on it. They might be able to research it. Size 59, which is a big size. It's probably at the period of when I was in, or just before. So that's a really nice hat, and the museum's going to have that officer's hat as well. And that's just the basic wrap of it. Thank you very much for watching.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Cheers.